Now in this video, I'm going to be refreshing this van's paint, applying a fresh ceramic coat on it. It's just looking a little dull. It's kind of losing its color. It's getting all those watermarks on it. I've already ceramic coated the front of this van. So you can see those watermarks. I ceramic coated this front cap already because this is prior to putting the roof rack on. So you can see the difference of the ceramic coated versus the non. I also am going to take off these little wind deflectors for the passenger windows. They want to fall off all the time. So I'm going to take these off, see if I can just redo the adhesive and reapply them. So I'll pull those down. These have fallen off like a couple times. It could be my fault the way I put it on. I'm also taking the sanctuary letters off. They're also starting to show signs like there was no adhesive holding the top of the S on. So I'm just taking them off prior to ceramic coat. It'll make everything easier to polish in ceramic without the letters on there anyway. This is the arsenal I use: glue gun, heat gun, and fishing line. And it'll just pop right off. So with everything off, it leaves a little bit of adhesive on your van, or on your vehicle's bodywork, you know. So glue gun is your friend. It doesn't harm your paint or anything. You just put some on a paper towel or whatever, and just start working it on where the adhesive is. You don't have to scrub it. Don't break a sweat doing this. If you do that, you're working too much. Just keep reapplying. Put some on, wait a little bit, put more on, wait a little bit longer. You'll see it just kind of starts dissolving the adhesive. After that's all done, I'm going to use clay bar to kind of take any surface contaminants off the paint. You need like a slippery solution, so I'm using clean slate mixed with distilled water for my solution. That way you can move the clay on your paint nice and smooth. Now, if you never use clay bar, you kind of flatten out a piece of clay. I break the clay into 3 pieces, flatten it. When you use it, you're going to get a dirty side. This is the dirty side that we're looking at. Fold it, don't continue using the dirty side, and then make a new flat shape that's now clean. It's clean on both sides, but you just focus on using one side of it that it's going to get dirty. Spray your solution on. You need to use maybe like quick detailers, what some people use, but like I said, I'm using clean slate. This helps the clay just move across the paint surface. Clean slate's pretty good at removing other contaminants as well prior to doing like a ceramic coat. You can see if you get like outside of it, your clay will get really sticky and it'll stick to your paint. So just stick in the small areas where you can easily just move this across your paint and you'll be fine. And look, that was a fresh side, and look at how much I've taken off just in that little section. That's how much is still on a clean car. So to reapply those windscreen deflectors or side window deflectors, I'm going to use this 3M body molding tape. It was recommended. It has good stars, good reviews on Amazon. So applied that on there all fresh, and then I applied it to a clean surface. And I think this was my mistake before. I applied it to the van being ceramic coated from the factory. So fresh, clean paint. We'll see if it sticks. Now before I ceramic coat, I'm going to use polish to get any surface scratches off the van that I see. Work in the shade with this stuff. It'll dry on pretty quick, and then you'll have a little bit of a tough time getting it off. These are the scratches I'm looking for. I'm trying to look for these little things, see if I can use that polish to get it out. So this is after one go. Looks pretty good. When I was sitting here looking, the light hit it just right and I saw it. So that scratch is still there just a little bit, so I hit it one more time, and it looks pretty good. Although when I reviewed this video, I can still see a little mark. Right, it's on the top left, but it looks good overall, so I didn't rebuff it. I didn't notice at the time, so I did not try and polish it again. But it looks pretty good. You can see it diminished that scratch quite a bit. Just after polishing, you can see there's still some residue there that I noticed. But it looks pretty glassy. Like, it gives it a nice reflective finish. You can see the residue right over there. But you'll get that off in the next step. Yeah, it looks really nice. So you're gonna want to work in the shade, but you're gonna need to like flip the van around or have lights to be able to see like all the residue you leave behind. So you can see this side had a lot of residue left over too. That's not too hard to manage though. Just use some alcohol and a nice clean cloth. You don't have to put a whole lot of effort into it. With the alcohol is going to do a lot of the work. So just lightly, just rub off any residue that you see. And then when we begin to ceramic coat, I will clean the section I'm about to ceramic with alcohol. So before, or this is what I'm using for my ceramic coat. It's Carbon Force. I've used it before on all my vehicles, and it lasts 3 to 5 years. For sure on my other 2 cars that are kept in the garage, it lasted 4 years on each of them. You just use a little bit on a strip. I used a little piece of suede to help apply it. Apply it in linear motion, like don't make swirl marks because it potentially could dry with the swirl and you don't want that. So I apply it linear one direction and then I go down and across. What I just did. So I'm kind of making like a 90-degree angle to it. You're going to let it sit on here for about 30 seconds. You'll see it in person kind of flash over a little bit is what they call it. It looks a little rainbow-ish, and then you buff it off then. I can't really capture the rainbow on the camera, but you could see where the line kind of met where there was a spot that had to be buffed off. Flashing back to when this van was brand new. Looked pretty good. It was ceramic coated at the dealer, but it had a couple imperfections. Fast forward to now, it looks pretty good. It looks probably better. It doesn't look any worse, at least. And I was able to get all those imperfections in the ceramic coating they did off, too. So overall, I'm happy with that look. So now let's go with looking at all the plastic around it. Using the Chemical Guys VRP, after you polish and alcohol and ceramic, you're going to get like some white residue on this. You'll pretty much have to go after the plastic with something. So that side hasn't been touched yet, but this side looks nice and clean. I got a little bit on the vinyl that I covered on the paint. It did not look very good on that vinyl. There's a little bit of a dark spot. But as far as this plastic goes, it looks good. You can also use it on things like the Truma heater exhaust, these little plastic doors, the bathroom toilet door. You can see I kind of forgot to do this little door up here, so I just kind of went over that just real quick. It kind of just makes all the plastic look like new, nice and refreshed. Even did it on the door handle, the plastic ring around the door lock, keyhole, the rubber seals around the windows, just kind of all that. It does really good on the plastic and the rubber. Maybe not so good on the vinyl paint covering, but this is it. This is the van completed, nice and shiny all the way around. Plastic all looks pretty good. And looking at this side, when you look further down it looks pretty glassy. Down where that ladder is. Yeah, it looks really nice. So that's it for this video. Give yourself a couple days. You're going to have to flip the van back and forth if you're working outside and don't have shade. So yeah, that's it. Looks good. Like and subscribe for more content, and thanks for watching.